Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Rogue Leveling series. I am back again on my rogue, Chachi, and we're going to be continuing our quest lines and stuff that we need to do. It'll be a lot of running today, I will admit that, but I do actually have gear now. I did spend some time off screen, past day and a half, grabbing as much stuff as I can grab, and hopefully give ourselves a better advantage. Including the Pale Skinner, one of the best main hand swords that you can grab from a rare in Elwyn, and probably the best sword that you can grab in Elwyn in general. I do have a dagger in my bag that I did pick up too, so that when we get dual wield in the next level, we actually have another weapon that we can use. But, yes, we're just going to go ahead and get right into it, and hopefully our rogue is not as squishy it was in my last episode. That is my hope. But I hope everybody's having a great day, a good weekend. This video is being made on the weekend, Saturday. I did a stream yesterday, I believe, for a little while, and that was pretty fun. And I still encourage those to. I still encourage people to come in and chat and stuff like that, interact. But yeah, we'll go ahead and get right into this. I have no sword skill yet, so I'm hoping that doing this I can learn pretty quickly. Still need to get 3 bandanas anyway from these guys, so definitely worth it. As I can tell, my survivability has definitely increased because of this, because of my choice. And I will still say it's a pretty dang good choice. But yes, I did a lot of things off screen. I do have a character for behind the scenes work, and will definitely come in handy with grabbing bags, as you can see here, and grabbing what I can. Only if I could actually make, scrolls of enchantments and stuff like that, which wasn't a thing during this time, but would have been handy. I will definitely be trying to find an enchanter, a third-party enchanter, to enchant my gear. And, all that happy stuff, really. Oh, the happy stuff. But, yes. I will probably be doing a stream tomorrow, on Sunday. As I'm recording this, I'll probably have a stream up probably after this video goes up. Well, after I push this video to go online. Unfortunately, the times that my videos go up versus the real time that I actually say these things is definitely not in alignment. But I am going to be trying to stream daily, the same way that I'm trying to make videos daily. Of course, my videos being unedited, for the most part, usually means that I can maybe leave a bit of confusion, but at the same time, not so much confusion. But, yes. I do leave my Twitch links and stuff like that in the descriptions of these videos, just so that people can go over and follow and actually catch me for when I'm online. And you guys can come in and hang out, we could talk, chat, and all this other kind of stuff. Your comments down below, I will respond to those when I can in videos. I do read them and make acknowledgements of them by leaving either a like, or I will leave a comment if it's a question. If it's not a question and it's a good comment, I will leave a like. But yes, I am hoping for I'm hoping these things work out and succeed and things. I do love interacting with people when I can.
That ability isn't ready yet.
I try to
That ability isn't ready yet.
leave myself open and available around the clock. I do check my stuff every hour on the hour. Well, maybe not exactly on the hour, but when I can. Just so that I can see if anybody left comments or how my videos are doing. I'm trying to aim to find a perfect balance where people can actually watch my stuff and tolerate to watch more of the video, and maybe actually make it to the end of the video. That's sort of my hope. And I genuinely like to play with my viewers and stuff when they come in. If anybody watches my videos actually play hardcore for themselves, I'm always down to interact, talk, play. Obviously, I don't have enough people in my community sphere to create a guild like I want to. Create my own kind of guild on hardcore where all my viewers can interact and we can hang out and stuff like that. But it is definitely something I hope for. So I do leave that up for anybody who watches and hangs out and stuff like that. Let's see. I will say that I am working behind the scenes a little bit more, trying to make these videos. I try to make things easier. In a way, I try to make these videos a little bit more easier to digest and stuff. In a sense that I don't want people just to sit, watch, feel like they're wasting their time. I do want to produce videos that's good commentary, with just a little bit of gameplay, and all, just make it out as a balance. Sort of like a balancing act. I do want to work behind the scenes too, to try to figure out how to make my character survive a little better. I don't have a max level character yet, so all of my stuff generally is what I can get in the same sort of leveling area. Like, I have a mage behind the scene right now that's level 17 that's been trying to get stuff for this rogue here, for my rogue series, and will likely be spending time and money on any other series that's based on the Alliance. Now, I am streaming on Twitch as a Horde too, and I'm trying to get friends involved in my personal sphere since I don't have much of a viewer base that's familiar to me and stuff like that, that interacts in my chats and stuff like that often enough, or, poke me online yet. Maybe. My name might get around. Eventually. But it's always a hope. Always a will. Always a way. And I'm going to try and keep doing this until, people can enjoy what I'm bringing out to its potential. Things are often slow start, and I try to rush things. It's kind of how I am. I tend to rush things and expect things that definitely are not going to turn out like that. But it's still that little piece of mind in me that's like, oh yeah, it's going to work out like that as fast as possible. Because I recognize that the internet is fast. Information travels fast. Videos are published from the featured. Good, some videos that are obscure, other videos not so obscure. I do find it good that at least some of my videos are getting to some people's recommendations to tune in and watch. Of course, there are a lot of people out there too that kind of are used to people making 30-minute videos, 15-minute videos that are heavily edited. To be honest, I think way too heavily edited. And I truly think maybe way too heavily edited. I do like the idea of just sitting down, talking, no edits, no cuts, raw, unfiltered footage. I love it. Because it gives me time to talk and rant about my time of days and stuff like that, and also about the game. I do like to talk about the game a lot, and about myself, sometimes. But I also like to talk about, various things, and right now what I'm going to talk about is what I'm doing behind the scenes, how I can make these videos a little bit more entertaining and enjoyable. I know there are some people out there that really like watching people fail, and I don't like failing. I am a little stubborn when I'm failing, but I don't break or, bust out in a way that YouTubers generally do. Like some people just slam their keyboard or just, rant and rave and complain about how it wasn't their fault and it was the game's fault. Now, if it was the game's fault for me, like if I DC during combat, come back dead, yeah, I'll be upset. But if I pull something and I definitely is a bad pull and it gets me killed, I'm not gonna be mad about that because that's just how it goes. My incompetence led to my death. I do probably will expect that some viewers will not comment and probably talk about it, but maybe. uh, my behind the scenes characters might show up in a video or two discussing things, uh, as I'm discussing things and stuff like that. And maybe even on stream, I'll hop onto a behind the scenes character and do a casual prep video, like how I prepare for things and how I set up my stuff and preparing for runs and things. I only have a alliance character to prep for my alliance tunes, not so much my horde tunes, and I'll probably be doing something like that soon. So that way, if I do a horde run, like my druid, I want to have my characters be prepped. Now, everything I do, I will say right now, explicitly, all my characters are prepped by me, just by me doing the work. I don't ask people to help. I don't ask my friends to help me prepare my gear and stuff like that. I do it largely myself, unless I need the actual help. Now, I will spend literal silver, gold if I have to, on tunes just to ensure they're survivable. Because I think it's more entertaining watching somebody get up to a high level and not die in the early rounds versus rooting for somebody's demise right out the gate. It's just how I am, personally. I like to get to higher end zones because obviously when you get to high levels and stuff like that, the game gets more stressing, very stressing, and the higher likely chance of failure is also prominent too. And I think it's probably more entertaining for people to watch me get to those high end areas that definitely put stress on me to survive because more game mechanics are at play and stuff like that than it is to watch me die at like level 7, 8, 10, 12, 20. You know, I'll be honest, I don't think that's entertaining watching me die this early. And I've had multiple characters so far die on recording, die on live at a very, very, very relatively low level. I don't like disappointing myself the same way I don't like disappointing others with my incompetence. So keep that in mind as I'm doing these videos. I am doing everything in my power and everything in my due diligence to make sure that everything is going as competent as I can make it. Just to make things as confident as I can be. You know, I don't want to put stress on myself that I don't need stress on. Now, I'm not a pro at rogue, warrior, and stuff like that. Druid's about the only thing that I feel a bit comfortable with, even if I fail on Druid, which I did a few times. But I stress enough that I want to experience other classes that I didn't experience during Classic, and living them up to their fullest potential and build them up to their fullest potential so that it's entertaining for people to watch and easier and entertaining for me to feel comfortable enough to actually play those classes. I'm not, I can pick up a class and get a feel for it and feel competent, but if I'm like in the last episode, if I took this barrel in the last episode and I didn't have this stuff equipped and geared on, I'd be down to like maybe 30, 25% HP left after this fight. Like, it was rough, to say the least. And I don't like that clenching moment to where I have to heal, eat, and everything else in between fights. I mean, that's retail logic, obviously, a lot of people will say. Is like, that's how it is on retail. You're just so used to retail, and that's true. I am. But when I played originally in Wrath, especially Wrath and into Cattle, I played twink characters that were level 19 and had gear, and it showed me that low levels with gear is very, very entertaining to me. It's for my personal entertainment. It may not be for other people's entertainment, but I do like actually doing damage, heavy damage, feeling very powerful at a very low level in a way that not a lot of players experience. You know, like your normal run-of-the-mill person who's not a hardcore streamer or a very prominent individual who's popular enough to have a chat give him or her ideas on how to become stronger. I learned how to become stronger through just watching people actually do it and actually experiencing it myself. Now, obviously, that's not going to say that I'm hoping to have this rogue at level 19 with all the best twink gear like Feet of the Lynx, Shadow Fang, the Assassin's Blade. You know, no, I'm not going to have shit like that at level 19. Absolutely not. Unless my mage ends up picking that stuff up, it's not. It's going to be the best greens that I can find for my level. Any dungeon gear that I know I can use. And I will be boosting up as best I can, just to put less strain on me. Obviously, I'm not a big person when it comes to making gold. I don't know how to make gold. I don't have friends who have tons of gold that pass it off to me, and nor do I have viewers in either YouTube or Twitch that will do stuff like that for me, and I don't ask people to do it anyway. So, keep that in mind, that I am a little bit more self-reliant, and I will get things within my range to do it. If it's within reach, I'll get it, as long as it doesn't break my bank, and it doesn't it's not overpriced. You know, I tend to look at things. That being said, if I were to actually get myself twinked out on this character, I'm not going to spend 500 gold on doing it. Just going to point that out there. I saw Shadow Fang on the auction house on Skull Rock here, like 100 to 150 gold. Like, nobody is going to get that. I'm sorry. You can post it up there as long as you want. Nobody's gonna buy it unless some board level 60 who's done the raids already, knows how to gold farm, is gonna get it for his alt that it will probably die at level 23. So, to be honest, having blues is a good advantage. I get it, and it's worth the price. But at the same time, are you really going to hold or expect people to buy something like that for that much only to die? Like, that always weighs on my mind a lot. Like, I get blues are very rare, but they're not super rare. They don't need to cost that much. Maybe on a normal classic realm, sure. When you know if you die, you can just respawn. You don't have that here. So, definitely works very, very, very different. To be honest, I don't like how some greens are already worth a gold now. I saw a Pioneer, like these burnt leather pants breeches. I saw a pair of these on the auction house going for 15 gold. Like, what level 5 is gonna have 15 gold? I couldn't tell you. And if they have 15 gold, I want to know how they got that gold, because I want that gold too. Like, it's very, very, very obvious that people are not taking it seriously when it comes to the auction house. be reasonable. If I were to price Shadowfang, I'd say maybe a gold, 2 gold at least, 3 gold at most. Like, it doesn't need to be worth 500 to 100 to 500 gold. That's just not how it works.
Be careful.
At that point, you're not even being serious, and I don't see how other players will view you serious if you come up with something like that. I am sorry. If I was an appraiser, I'd be very, very undervaluing a lot of things because it's definitely not worth that much.
Well met. Safe travels.
I think an item's value is not so much its rarity, but its level. Its rarity does come into play, I understand that.
Hey there, good day to
Something
you.
very rare obviously needs to be a high price, but do keep in mind that the people you're asking to buy that is not going to be max levels that are wanting to buy that. Who's asking to buy that stuff
Safe travel.
is other low level players who don't have the money, clearly, to purchase something like that. So it's pretty obvious. Like, if you want to sell something, target the audience around that level. A level 5 item, green even, should not be worth nothing more than maybe 5-6 silver at best. Because if it's a level 5 green, they can replace it just as quick, and it's a waste of gold and money if you're just gonna like charge it higher than 50 silver. It just no. Heck, I'm level 9 right now with this character, and because of my training that I had to buy, I'm now at 14 silver. If I didn't have to buy training, it wouldn't have mattered. I could afford it, but it's either the cost of trading or the cost of the items. That's always the big thing. Always the big thing, at least in my head,
Be careful. Go with
to
the
think
honor.
about. It just,
Be
it
careful.
does not compute with me sometimes.
Alliance.
That people can just overvalue stuff for no reason other than just pure greed and the expectation that somebody's actually going to buy it. Which, 9 times out of 10, nobody's gonna buy it. That's just the breaks of the game. But yes, we did complete some of the quests that we were trying to complete last time that I couldn't complete because my damage was severely lacking and my health was obviously severely lacking too. But now that we have our gear, we can actually traverse through these things a lot faster, and I'll be hitting probably level 10 when I turn these quests in. So, hey, pluses, bonuses, everything else in between. I'll be able to do the class quest. Now I'm thinking if I'm going to be able to do the class quest during this episode or not. We'll see what the class quest has in store for us and see what we have to do. I never did the human rogue quest. I will not lie about this right now. I have not done it. And those who remember my first rogue, who was a night elf, yeah, that was a mess. And I'm hoping I won't have that kind of same scenario. Because that definitely took me off guard, took me by surprise, and I was definitely not ready for that. I was definitely not ready for the show that was given to me. But yes. Anyway, guys, so I'm hoping that people do like these videos. I try to make them as short, but not too short, and I try not to make them as long, too long as possible. Costs have definitely gone down since my last episode, I admit. Though they sneak up on me every once in a while. And that much I don't think I can help. help with. But nevertheless, we keep moving. We keep moving. We should be able to hit next level through this.
What
If I
can
can
I do?
believe this.
Light.
Oh yeah.
Be careful.
We'll go ahead and open this up and we're gonna decide combat subtlety or assassination. I believe now that I have better gear and are better prepared, stuff like that, we don't really need to worry about assassination off the bat, so we'll do improved sinister strike, which reduces the energy cost. And we'll go ahead right in and we'll go upstairs and talk to the lady rogue trainer and get our class quest started.
What can I do for you?
Seek out the SI-7.
Safe travels.
And while we're at it, we're going to also talk to her to get slice and dice, sprint, dual wield, and we won't worry about sap
Farewell.
because, well, at least not yet, just not yet. We'll go ahead and put slice and dice on the board, and we'll put sprint also on the little bar, and we're going to head out to Stormwind to get our class quest started. We might be able to have enough time because I'm aiming for 40 minutes for this video in particular. So we'll see how far we can get. And then after we finish our rogue quest, do whatever needs to be done, we'll head back down this way to the logging station, complete that quest, and complete the bounty on Murlocs. I want to get as much zone out of this zone as possible. I did find out that through my mage behind the scene, being level 14, going into Westfall, makes questing a lot easier. So I think I will do a couple episodes, couple videos, where I'm just killing gnolls in the forest, or killing kobolds in the forest, or Defias in the forest until I hit level 14. It will just be probably pure commentary stuff, maybe rant content, or maybe I'll live it. We'll see what I do. We'll see what we do, and what people might be involved with, and stuff like that. And if people really want to watch me just mess around in the forest, we can definitely do that. I did not put the PNG on this video because I am actually thinking about just getting a webcam and doing it that way and see if anything changes. I know some people have feelings about certain things and all that kind of business. I do mull over the decision whether or not to do it. You know, I just the expectation. I realize that it is very expensive for me anyway to actually like do all that stuff, like PNG tubing or VTubing and stuff like that. I really want to do VTubing, but I don't think I have the funds to do something like that, nor do I have the abilities to do that, because I'm not a great artist. I can't do it myself. I don't know how to rig things. I don't know how to do any of that stuff. So I might just bite the bullet and just show my face. Just do a face reveal and just casually roll with it like any other person would. I will say that my room's probably not the prettiest. Some people could quote it as a jail cell. At least in some regard, it's a pretty bland room, I admit. I think really the only thing that you would be able to see through a webcam would probably be my bed in the background, my chair and me. Maybe the fan next to me, maybe. I don't really know. But we'll figure it out as we go. I will say I'll probably do it for probably Twitch.
Greetings. For the Alliance, light bless you. Go with honor, friend. For the Alliance.
Let's see what you got want me to do. Find Defias Stockmaster, recover the shipping schedule. Oh, I think I know what this is for.
Be careful.
Okay, I think I know where I gotta go. We'll go ahead and get that dagger on. Clip that dagger. Yeah, to talk to It's the goblin, ain't it? It's the goblin down by the coastline. I think we'll walk all the way over there, and I'll probably, well, end the video, and then I'll just make a quick video after this recording, and do the class quest, and head back over to Stormwind, and it'll be a short form video, primarily probably just like rogue quests, etc. But we'll see if I have time. I definitely do not want to perish during this, because this will definitely be a pain in the butt if I do. I do know that this quest actually does summon mobs. So, yes, I'm not very... Infiltrate the house, give me that shipping schedule. Buried deep in the pockets. Ah, wait a minute. This might actually be easier than I thought. I know you can either kill him, but if you're lucky, I'm pretty sure if you're lucky, you can just pickpocket it. So, we might be able to do it actually relatively easy.
Not ready yet. That ability isn't
Probably won't take too much time to do anyway. If he's sitting out in the dock and not in the house. I know he patrols inside and out, and there's like 3 guards that patrol around outside. But there's usually players around who are killing those guys anyway for Lennon, because I did on my mage. Maybe not the Dockmaster, but I know the Dockmaster will summon mobs, I believe, at a certain health threshold. So that's definitely something I'm going to be watching for. Let's see. Is there anything else really? I don't think so. At least not in my knowledge. Huh. Yeah. So, let's see. We'll probably get into Westfall next episode. If I don't make other episodes about, you know, just running around Elwyn, killing things, and getting experience. Because I did that yesterday for 6 hours off screen just to get enough linen cloth, and I didn't realize that I gained from level 11 to 14 just by doing that, and then heading into Westfall. Which I will say, killing the Watchers and stuff like that, those big robot harvesters, you know, being level 14, walking into Westfall, and then finally meeting those things, it makes it just very easy. I'm not gonna lie, it makes things a little bit more easy. Easier than I, you know, would have expected. But, yeah. Definitely a huge shift, and pretty much took me off guard. But of course, you know, mages are built different, and I am playing one, by the way, on Twitch, when I stream, with friends. Obviously, I'll have that tagline with friends, so that gives you the indication that I'm actually talking to other people while I'm playing, and who are actually getting involved into the game too. I am leveling a mage, and you'll be able to see my pro mage skills. Just because I play a mage on retail does not mean that I'm great in classic. Yeah, you know, no, I am definitely, pretty okay with mage. I will say, playing a mage in Classic versus playing a mage in Retail, I think I have more fun playing a mage in Classic than I do in Retail. I admit that. I will say that right now. I will be playing Retail soon. For, well, you know, Dragonflight, I should be more specific. I'll be playing Dragonflight very soon. When the new patch content comes around. When the new patch content rears its head around. Because I definitely want to show that I'm more than just a classic streamer and a classic YouTuber. I do involve myself with other versions of the game. I don't think I'm ever going to play Classic Wrath. And if Classic Plus comes out, I will definitely be doing a lot more content and a lot more things based around it. I might be doing more streams about it too, primarily, because I want to invest as much time into it as possible. If the next expansion for Dragonflight does come out, it'll be a maybe. It'll definitely be a maybe. See if I can't just do this real fast.
I'm out of range.
Ooh, yes. And I can get out of here quick. He smells an intruder. That's kind of weird, bro. Alright. I'm outie. Outie. Look at that. Easy. Smash and grab. Literally snatch and grab. I didn't even have to smash. Alright, cool. Well, that was easier than I thought. A lot easier than I was expecting it to be. I know rank 1 stealth really, really freaking sucks. Unless you spec into, I think, camouflage, right? Yeah, camouflage. Yes. I will probably be going subtlety probably very later, but as of right now, I'll probably just go combat, just so I can get the adrenaline rush primarily. I'm not a big Blade Fury fan. Blade Flurry, I think it's Flurry or Fury. Blade Fury or Flurry. Flurry. I'm not a big Blade Flurry fan when it comes to classic. I mean, I really love the 20% increase in speed, attack speed, which is pretty much why I'm going to use it. I don't like how it only attacks one nearby target. I'm very much used to the retail post-cataclysm version of Blade Flurry, where it hits everything relatively in my general cleave range. I like that. Obviously, it just means more DPS. But rogues already do a lot of DPS on single targets, not so much AoE, but that's fine because when things die very fast, you don't really need to worry about cleaving. But yes, I was actually surprised to see the quest take that long. And since it didn't take very long, I'll probably just turn this in and end the episode off there. Really, getting our Blade of Cunning. Definitely an improvement versus what I went through on my Night Elf. It shames me. It really shames me. Because it just hurts to say out loud. Like, you know, when you do something and you're like, man, that's stupid. I won't ever do that, but you do it anyway, because, you know, it's impulsive. To be honest, if I didn't have to make the Wetlands run with the Night Elf, or if I literally took the time to actually find a mage to take me to the humans area, to the human zone, I would have probably done that, yeah. But I didn't, because I was stubborn, and I figured I could do all the quests solo. Which I was not expecting a class quest like that to have a group of people. I would have expected at least, you know, some sort of mechanic that makes it where it's not like that at all. Unless if you wait for him to go into the branch, unless if he walks on the branch, you can't summon minions that way. Past that, though, ooh, I don't know how I could actually do that quest. I don't even think dynamite could make a difference. Maybe if I could actually see the health pool numbers on enemy mobs, that would probably give me a gauge whether or not the minions are really a threat or not. Because I know there are some minions that I've seen get spawned in, like in the Amber Pine, at the mage place, Amber Mill, whatever it's called. When those guards summon those little minion things, I always thought they were just like normal health pool. I didn't know they actually had 5 HP, or literally like 15 HP, and could be just killed with a simple hit. You know, but they hit hard. Well, not hard enough, but they hit fast, I should say. And they hit hard enough to where you think that they're full mobs, and not something that you just hit once and they'll die. You know. If I had known that, I would have worried. but since it was that way, it is what it is. But still, at the same time, though, like, okay, here's a good example. So see here, Warmonger, 40 gold. He wants to buy it for 40 gold for a level 47 weapon. 47 weapon, something rare like Warmonger, with a hit chance improvement by 3%. What is you, by the way? Are you a warrior? He's a hunter. Okay, hunters. I would probably value Warmonger less than 40 gold, buddy. I would have probably valued it probably like 30, 35 at most, because it's level 47. You still are relatively close, but not close enough to level 60. And you'll likely find a weapon in BRD better than this. So, and since you're level 51 right now, looking for a level 47 weapon, you can run Black Rock right now, I think, right? No. Maybe lower tier Black
Light
Rock,
bless you.
which only has a few bosses, and there's probably a boss in there that gives you something better. Something best in this slot for you. So, yes. Blade of Cunning we got, so definitely replace our carving knife of power. And right there, since the sword is a main hand weapon, I can't switch it out. So, having, two really relatively good weapons already out the gate like that, easy enough, right? Simple enough to just say, we're good to go. And we might be good enough for Westfall, I admit. Maybe. But, yes, we got that carried out. We've got our stuff ready. I think we're ready to finish up these quests here, kill the Murlocs, and in the next episode we'll do that. And we'll probably make it to Westfall. I think I'm powerful enough to take on Westfall mobs. Maybe. I'll test it out on video and stuff like that. And if we need to, I will just kill gnolls until I'm level 13, 14, and then I'll head back into Westfall and finish the job. Or I'll just sit in Westfall and kill mobs. Try to get my cooking skill up and stuff like that while I'm at it. Till I'm good enough. Good and ready, Because that's what you gotta be in hardcore. Good and ready, or else you fail. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching this episode. I hope to see you in the next episode. Please, leave a like, leave a comment. Feel good enough to subscribe? Subscribe. And remember, smile often. Watch funny videos. Keep and maintain good emotions, good vibes, and live your life as the way you want to. Make sure it makes you happy. And let go of your burdens, my friends. Don't let it weigh you down. It's better to live and let live. To live and let live. To let everything go. And just be comfortable with yourself. And until next time, my friends. Peace out. Chill out.